Welcome to Arthur Kenny Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how you can turn any raised garden bed into a miniature greenhouse on a budget. We're going to cover what parts you'll need to do it, the best place to get those parts, and how to put it all together. So stick around, let's go. The first thing to do is to measure the exact size of your raised bed to determine the amount of materials you'll use. You'll need some 2" by 2" timber, some 25mm water pipe, polyurethane sheeting, hinges, staples, screws, and some pallet wood or something similar. Start off by laying out both sides of the frame and measure the thickness of the wood and then subtract it from the width of the bed so that you cut the ends to the right size. Lay out the pieces then top, middle and bottom, and when you're ready, screw them together. Don't attach the middle piece yet, as an arch is going to go dead centre, not the piece of wood. The next and most trickiest part of this project is how long to cut the pipe so that each hoop is the exact same length. Now you can use maths to do this and work out pi r squared and do all of that, but an easier way I've found is to take the width of your sheeting, which in this case is 2 meters wide. The pipe is going to sit down inside the frame, which will give us an extra 4.5 centimeters on each side. So I'm going to cut this pipe to 198 centimeters long, which will allow extra material on each side that we can fold over and secure the sheeting down nice and strong. A handy way to make sure that each bit of pipe is cut to the exact same length is to get a piece of wood, measure out your required distance on that, and just mark it with a pencil. You can then drill a hole in the pipe and screw it to the wood. Once the pipe is attached to the wood, just flip it over and roll it out until you get to the length you need where you can mark it. Now that it's measured to an accurate length, simply cut the pipe and repeat this method over and over until you have enough arches for your raised bed. When you have them all cut out, the next step is to drill 2 holes on either side of each arch to fit 2 screws. This will help with stability and prevent the arches twisting or falling over. Then simply attach them to the frame at equal distances the whole way along until they're all fitted. With that much done, you can now go ahead and fit the middle cross beam on one side or the other of the centre arch. The next step is to measure the height of the arches from the centre point of the frame and cut 3 uprights that will support the upper cross member. Then gently turn the frame over upside down and attach each of the uprights, screwing them in from the underside. Then turn the frame back over right way up again and introduce the top cross member. You're going to attach this onto the top of each upright. After that, use a single screw to attach each arch to the cross member for additional strength and support. Now that your frame is finished, it should look something like this. While the lads are down baling making silage, we'll go ahead and fit the cover. To do this, start off by just hanging it over the frame and take one edge of it, then gently fold it over and tack it down with a stapler. Keep a tight pull on it the whole way as you go down and tack it all the way along until you reach the end. Once you reach the other side, start in the middle. Fold up any excess and pull the cover gently towards you. Once again, tacking it down and repeating this, pull towards you all the way till you reach the end. Pull down in the middle and gather up the excess in a nice tidy bunch. This will tension the fabric the whole way along the tunnel and you'll be able to secure it all then temporarily with the stapler. Repeat this twice on both sides until the cover is properly tensioned. And when you're happy with it, then cut away any excess material. Securing the cover properly with strips of pallet wood is the way we did it for this project, but you can use a variety of materials such as gutter pipe cut into strips. Once you've got it secured on both sides, then secure either end and this will protect it from the wind. And now your cover is ready to fit to the bed. All that's left to do now is to bring your cover down to your raised garden bed for the final stage of fitting. Once you have the cover in place, go ahead and attach hinges top and bottom to the bed. The last step then is to loosely attach a plank on either end of the cover, making sure not to over tighten it. The idea here is that the plank will fall down and support the bed as you lift it up. Alright, not bad, not bad. Couple of top tips for you. When you're fitting your hinges, make sure you fit them on the same side as the prevailing wind. That way they're more likely, if the wind gets strong, to be pushed closed instead of being pushed open. Another top tip is to buy your materials from your local builders providers instead of the big brand stores. You're likely to save an absolute fortune that way. As for the cost of these frames, the 2" by 2" timber, which is a 4.8 metre long length, costs €6 each. The sheeting we got off Amazon, for a 2 metre by 10 metre length, it was only 24 quid. The piping is 25mm diameter water pipe. It comes in a 25 metre roll and costs 25 quid, so it's €1 a metre. 10 metres being used in this 4.8 metre frame. After that, it's just screws and hinges, and the hinges were €2.50 per pair. So all in all, the cost of each frame is just a shade over €60. And considering the work that they're going to do in protecting our crops from airborne toxins, flying bugs, you name it, and providing that greenhouse effect, it's an absolute bargain. So that is how to turn your raised garden bed into a miniature greenhouse on a budget. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week.